Alright, so because my bitch ass friends told me to review these figures, I'm gonna take a look at this brand new Thor and Gorr from the new movie Thor Love and Thunder. And for those of you wondering how I got these figures so early, oh, did you get sponsored by Hasbro? No, Hasbro would never sponsor me. These are currently showing up right now in random Walmart stores. It's a 50-50 chance if they'll actually let you buy them though. They are street dated and I myself almost didn't get these. Self-checkout gave an error. One of the employees came over and was like, why the hell is this unavailable? These are baby's toys. And I played along. I was like, yeah, it's fucking weird, man. I'm just trying to get home, you know. So he was like, all right, let me ring you up. And that's how I got him. They only had Thor and Gorr and Star-Lord, which I left. So yeah, they didn't have any of the other ones, but who cares? Also, some dude I was in line with called me a fuck. Hey, here's the box, and it's very, very colorful. It almost makes my eyes bleed. Side of the box, Thor looks very fucking goofy, but Christian Bale actually looks pretty cool. This is the first real look we actually got of him. They haven't released a trailer yet. I'm really not feeling this new look for Thor, man. But here's all the other figures in this line. Shit. I think of these figures, I'd want the Ravager Thor and Jane Foster the most. I'm definitely not gonna build this Korg though. I already have this one. I don't really care about his funny pants. Here he is, Thor, the first time we're seeing him since Avengers Endgame. So before getting into the obvious blinding colors, we gotta talk about the face. Ah man, I'm not feeling it. The beard part actually looks pretty good. The thing is, it's kinda shiny. And it's just the design of the helmet itself, man. It's so goddamn big, it makes his eyes look small. Why has he got a unicorn horn, bro? Like, what is that? At least the blue on the helmet is pretty cleanly applied. The gold, however, looks pretty bland. His hair's wafting off to the side, which both looks dynamic and gets out of the way of his articulation. I like the paint wash and shading in his hair too. Getting a look at the chest part of him, it actually looks pretty good. In fact, if you compare it to the image on the box, it actually looks more detailed, so that's interesting. Don't know if that's a positive or negative, but I like it, so I don't really care. The arms are cast in this kind of cheap gold. I feel like a layer of actual gold paint would make it look a lot better. And the arms may or may not be the same as the Infinity War Thor. They look extremely similar, but I can't tell if they are the same. My favorite part about him is all the armored parts, like right here on his forearm, his chest, the matte finish and clean paint on the loincloth, the scaling pattern on the sides, and the boots. All of that is well done. It's just the colors that I'm not sure about. Or the big ass electro face mask thing he's got going on. It's a helmet or a mask, just pick one.
Get this shit off me! Get this beta shit off me!
Age of Ultron head with Thor 1 head. It clashes too much with the gold. Endgame head actually doesn't look too bad on there. I'd put the Infinity War head on here, but I fucking forgot.
You know who the hell?
Yeah, bro, this head looks like shit. The cape is nothing special. It's just flat plastic. There's like no texture on it either, so yeah, nothing to write home about. It's just kind of there. Oh yeah, and when I took him out of the box, he felt super greasy. It was fucking disgusting. I don't want Thor jizz all over myself, man. All right, so here's Gorr, the God Butcherer. You know, I never heard anyone call anyone a fucking butcherer. That's kind of, I don't know if that's cool or not. You know, usually it's like the killer or the destroyer, but the fucking butcherer, what's he gonna do? Fucking open a meat shop or something, I guess. So his costume is basically all white. Very simplistic design, especially compared to how he is in the comic books. This Christian Bale head is probably the best part of this figure because it looks just like him. Well, it looks like Christian Bale with a bald cap and prosthetics, but you know what I mean. The more Christian Bale I have in my house, you know, the better. You can see the scars which have been sculpted on his face, and this purple electricity on the side of his head, which it could have been better, but I'm not complaining. Here you can see the scars on the arms, as well as some shading on them. I don't know if there's any on the skin itself, but I assume so. Here you can see his nails have a glossy gray metallic base with white highlights. There's no doubt he got this fire paint job from Jessica from the nail salon. Here's his cape and robes, which are very textured. Other than that, they're just kind of cast in this off-white color. This costume does look extremely familiar though, and I can't quite put my finger on it. Oh, wait a minute, it's exactly like Piccolo, or more appropriately, it looks more like Kami's costume. Kami confirmed, let's fucking go! There are shit stains at the bottom of his robes, and
Hey, yo,
oh my
what the
god bro,
fuck?
put the grippers away. He's got his fucking dogs out. So enjoy these if you're a fucking weirdo. Here's his loose-fitting pants, which are tied off at the ankle. Also, despite looking pretty stable, he's extremely hard to stand. He fell over so many times. Thor's right hand is a fist, but you can interchange it for a grabbing hand to hold Stormbreaker. It's the same Stormbreaker that came with the endgame Build-A-Figure Thor. And unfortunately, just like that figure, the handle is very rubbery, so if you leave it in a position too long, it will warp. Likewise, Christian Bale does have another accessory, his sword, the Necro Sword. And in the comic books, this is made out of the symbiote. Yes, the symbiote, and judging by the sculpt of this thing, it does look fairly organic.
The only thing about this sword that's organic is that it's my penis sparker.
I got that.
Christian Bale's head is on a double ball joint, the same ones that are used on import figures. A joint with two balls at the end. One connects to the head and one connects to the neck. Together, it allows the head to move in almost any way you want. This joint's a good thing. Anyway, he's got arms that are very stiff, but they do move. Standard rotation, elbows, wrists. On his right hand, it moves diagonally. Very neat waist joint, can move all around but kind of weak when crunching forward. As you can imagine, the legs barely work because of the skirt, but it's actually not as bad as you'd think. Here's me stretching it to its absolute limits. Not good, not great, should have been cloth. Beyond that, it's standard leg articulation. He's got a rotation at the foot and your standard foot hinges. Oh yeah, I completely forgot to mention he came with the Korg foot. It's about as useful to me as McFarlane's torso joints. For some reason, all this Thor can do is look down. I wonder why. It's a double ball joint. It should be able to... What the fuck? Why? The disc hinge? Are you kidding me? It's so fucking ugly and outdated. Why would you ever want to go backwards in action figure engineering? Christian Bale's got the ball joint. It's so advanced he can look up and left at the same time. Then you got Saint Seiya Knights of Zodiac over here. Can't even look up or move in any other direction other than down. If you're honestly advocating for more of these disc hinge joints, fuck you. Anyway, he's got standard Marvel Legends arms. Torso moves pretty well, but he doesn't crunch forward that much. And yep, these sure are Marvel Legends legs. Both hindering, articulation is alright. Here's Thor next to Loki. This shitty ass Sam Wilson Captain America. No Way Home, the GOAT Doctor Strange. Scarlet Witch. Some, like, bug superhero. I don't know who this bastard is.
His name is Penis Sparker.
I got that.
Here he is next to the 2011 Thor. I don't know why, but Hasbro always makes Chris Hemsworth Thor figures 7 inches tall. The reasoning being that he's a god doesn't really apply considering he's not that much taller than Star-Lord. They even fixed this problem by having the endgame Thor be shorter, but now this Thor is the same height as all the previous MCU Thors. Oversized. Thor next to Gorr, Gorr next to Loki, and Gorr next to his other half. I know I was bitching and moaning throughout this whole review, but if you can believe it or not, I actually do really like this Thor. It's just the ridiculous helmet and the overabundance of gold. You know how nerds complain about comic book accuracy? Well, this is a case where they went a little too overboard with it, especially when you compare it to the Infinity War Thor, where in my opinion his design reached its peak. It's really blatantly obvious that Marvel's just trying to change the costume so we can buy new toys and well shit. You got another sucker, Hasbro, but I'll never sell out to you, goddammit.
We got you by the balls, bitch.
Now as for Gorr, I'll be honest, I only bought this figure because I'm a huge fan of Christian Bale. The only thing really intriguing about me about his character has to do with the symbiote sword, if that's even a thing. But the rest of the figure, while I was pretty lenient on him, I'm gonna have to say it's fucking mid, okay? After the review, while I was trying to pose him, his arm snapped. And I'm careful with my figures, I haven't had a break in a long time. And I can fix it, but this shouldn't even have to be a problem, you fucking scammer.
We already got your money, you sad, strange little man.
I had fun with these figures during this review, but if you're not even remotely an MCU fan, this is an easy pass. But overall, they're alright. So that's what I think. Just proceed with caution. Took my balls, you fucking...
Say cheese!
Hello, Loki. What's going on, buddy? Loki, what are you doing? I'm trying to review these mid figures, Loki.